Good evening, everyone. This is Big Boss Calvin 83. Tonight's topic is this: why is it that single men with no children and not married are demonized, but women who are single and childless, they're not as demonized? Or women who are single not married, and even if they have children, they're not demonized. But the way I see it is, what I notice is that society is so biased against men, sexist against men. In America, let's get that straight. I'm not talking about other parts of the world where women do, or where there's certain countries out where women are oppressed. But in certain countries, men are oppressed too. But nobody talks about how both genders are oppressed, but we're oppressed and depressed in so many different ways in certain parts of the world. What I'm focused on is where I live, known as America, the United States of America, also known what really should be called the United Snakes of America. Free K's, don't get it twisted. I was just thinking about something, and I just want to know y'all perspective. Why is it that society demonizes men who are single, men who are unmarried, men who don't have no children? Why is it society looks down on men who are single and treat us like shit? But even if we have children, even if we try to get custody of our children, or we don't, these gynocentric, sexist, misandric, man-hating judges always side with the woman, gives her our children, takes our children away from us. The crooked court system, in law enforcement. Even if we are single fathers, we're still demonized. Why is it that men who are single or don't have a woman in their life, or just came out of a fucking breakup, is demonized? Or a man who's really never had sex, or doesn't have a lot of sex, is demonized. There's something wrong with him, when it's not really his fucking fault. Even if the guy is single by choice, celibate by choice, society has a bad habit of making us look bad. Or if a man does not want to get married or have children, or doesn't want to have children, or be in a, or does, let me just say it like this: when a man decides not right now at this stage of his life, or this time in his life right now, he do not want to be married, he do not want to have children, or he just don't want to have children right now, society looks down on men like that. Our manhood is questioned, and our worth is questioned, and our value to society is questioned. And I'm trying to understand why. If a man doesn't make a certain amount of money, he's judged. If a man doesn't have certain things, he's judged. If a man looks a certain way, he's judged. If a man's living situation is not to society standards, or rather if he's living with family, or he's on his own, it doesn't matter. If he's on his own, it's not good enough. If you don't have somebody to share with, it's not good enough. If he's living with family right now because of hard times and struggling, and because jobs are being outsourced and men are being discriminated against having jobs from rather be solely gender, because he's a man, single man at that. Not only that, you got to talk about ethnicity, class, social status. It's a problem. You know, y'all know what I'm saying, right? But women who choose to be celibate, women who who never had sex, or don't want to have sex, or never had a lot of sex, for some reason, they're respected and still taken seriously. If a woman looks a certain way, yeah, people are going to disagree. Some people are going to disagree, particularly women. Oh, that's not true. If you're not a fit and shape pretty girl, you don't get taken seriously. Not really. Not That's true and not true at the same damn time. Because there's some fat women who are overweight, regardless of whether a woman is fat or skinny, or in between, or should I say thick. She's still respected. If a woman chooses not to have kids and chooses not to be married, chooses to be alone, it's praised. Her womanhood is not questioned. Her being the mother and being about building family is never her integrity as a woman, and a womanhood is never fucking questioned. If a woman chooses not to have kids, that's her right. If a woman chooses to have kids, it's her right. But if a man chooses to have kids, it's a problem. If a man chooses not to have kids, it's a problem. If a man wants a woman in his life, it's a problem. If a man chooses not to be single, it's a problem. But if a woman wants a man in her life, that's okay. If a woman doesn't, if a woman wants a man, wants to be in a relationship, it's praised. If a woman wants to be single, it's praised. I mean, y'all feel me? Women, I mean, if a woman is a single mother, remember back in my grandma's era, that was a no-no. That was frowned down upon, and she got blamed harshly. Now it's celebrated and is embraced. A woman if a woman did not want to have a family, society shamed her, and held her, and just looked down on her, and just gave her the side eye. But if a man back in those times was selective, didn't want to be involved with the wrong woman, was selective of the type of woman he wanted to deal with, and had standards, that was okay. But if a man has standards in 2016, it's a problem. If he has standards for what he wants from a woman, if he has standards for what he wants his kids to be, he's abusive. It's a problem. If a man has standards, period, for what he wants in life, and what he wants to do in life, it's a problem. But I know as a man who's single, his manhood is questioned. If a man is alone, rather be by choice or not by choice, but most of the time men are forced to be alone because of these shallow ass, selfish ass bitches who got these unrealistic standards and got a false sense of entitlement and make all these fucking demands but bring nothing to the fucking table than fuck themselves. It's the man's fault. If a man, man's judge, a woman can still live for her parents. Right? I mean, for her life. There was a woman I saw on this dating show. She was 34 years old, and she still lived for her parents. She still lived at home, and she said she chose to. And that was her choice. She didn't believe in why should she struggle and try to live on her own if she don't have a husband. But if a man chooses to live at home and is selective and chooses not to struggle but save his money so we can have a better home, buy a better this, buy a better that, buy a better car, it's a goddamn problem by society. Yeah, y'all see what I'm talking about. A woman can be a single mother with bastard children from different men, multiple kids from different dudes, and society does not shame her and hold her accountable. It's the man's fault, but it's never her fault. She's praised, and she's a strong woman for having these kids out of wedlock, and she's still living at home, and she's living off the government, or both. She's living off another man. She's getting child support, and if she was married or not, she gets alimony if she was once married. But she can get alimony, child support, and live off the government at the same damn time. It depends on what state you are and what city you are in. City and state you are in America. Society doesn't have a nasty disposition. Society doesn't have a negative view about women like that. If a woman wants to be single and independent, or doesn't want to have a man in her life, or wants to be single, don't want to have children right now, it's praised. If a woman wants to have kids and wants to have a relationship, it's praised. But if a man wants a woman wants a mate, if a man wants a mate and wants a woman in his life, it's a problem. If a man wants a woman in his life, it's a problem. He got to qualify. But if a woman wants a man in her life and wants to make, she don't have to qualify. It should be handed to her on a silver fucking platter, on a silver platter. So, and I'm like, yeah, and I'm noticing this shit. Excuse me. If a man wants to have kids, he gotta qualify. If a man wants to get married and have children, it's a problem. He's questioned if he's good enough or not. And if a woman wants to have a family and have a man and have kids, she's never questioned. And I just don't get it. But more so not. If a woman says I want to be single, I don't want no drama, I want to be to myself. So, or if a woman's forced to be alone because she's not considered a desirable woman, or feels she's not a desirable woman, she's single because of it, it's our fault as men. But when men are single, forced to be alone, and forced to be single because of women's unrealistic expectations and high standards that is impossible to live up to, and she can't even live up to her own standards of what she demands from a man, society says it's okay, but it's the man's fault for a reason why he's single, forced to be alone, and forced to be single, and denied a love, dating, and sex life, and denied a relationship, denied to have a family and have kids by women. But if you flip that in reverse, if men were doing that to women, it's wrong. It's our fault. But women can do that to us, and it's never their fault. It's our fault. Women are never demonized for being single. Rather, they are forced to be single, not by their choice, or they choose to be single. They're not demonized, but men are, and that's just wrong as hell. How are you going to demonize somebody who's single and not by choice, or choose not to be alone, or chooses not to be single? Or wait, let me get my thoughts straight. How are you going to demonize a man who's single? Rather, it's by choice if he chooses to be single because he don't like what's out there when it comes to certain women, and if he has standards, it's a problem. But if a man is single because he's not by his choice, but he's forced to be single because women don't like him, because he don't have certain things, or he can't, or a lot of women feel he can't, or society feels at that he can't meet these women's demands of what they want and satisfy their false sense of entitlement, princess syndrome bullshit. It's our fault, and society will demonize and slam men, and that's just wrong as hell. When women want to be single, or when women are single, period, or rather if it's by our choice or not, it's praise. Oh, you girl, that you don't need no man. Why is society always saying that shit? Oh, you don't need a man. You can do it by yourself, which is bullshit. Look at our society; they can't do it by them. Women can't do shit on their fucking own. Come on with it. Can she fix a car by her goddamn self? No. Can she change a child on her fucking own? No. She don't want to do that anyway. Can she change the car tire from a fucking change the tire from to a change a flat tire and get a new tire from her car to and install that tire to that car? No. And she don't want to do that in the first place. Or check under the hood of a car or fix shit around the house. No. She can't do it on her own. She can't even raise kids by herself. And look how the kids are by these single mothers out here. I'd rather single fathers raise the kids by themselves than men. Because even though men don't get no help, get no support, for some reason when children are raised by a single father, they turn out better than these children raised by single mothers, and that's a fact. But it's better for a kid to come from a two-parent home, but society don't get that shit. They encourage single parenthood. The society encourages abortion. But if a man don't want kids right now, it's frowned down upon. It's wrong as hell. And it's just a double standard. And I just don't get it. Why is it that society never tells a man? Society always telling men and shaming men. oh, you need women. You need a woman in your life. But society tells women that, oh, you could do it by yourself. You don't need a man. But society should understand that men can survive without women. The only thing only thing men need women for is reproduction, to carry his seed, to carry to just basically have a baby from a woman. That's all he needs a woman for. But society just tells men, oh, you need a woman. You can't do shit without a woman. But I'm like, what the fuck? But society will tell women, oh, you don't need a man, which is bullshit. And that's bullshit. What I mean, this country, Western society, period. But America is so fucking retarded, gynocentric, and retarded and feminized to death with bullshit and propaganda. Gynocentric, very misandric. That means man hating to death, and it's just full of man bashing. Male bashing is okay, but female bashing is wrong. When it should be wrong on either side. Society will lie to women to deceive women and say, oh, you can have sex or fuck all these men, and if you want to get an abortion, that's okay. If you want to have a baby, but you don't want the man in the picture, we'll just force him to pay child support. Or if she wants to give up the child for adoption, she don't have to pay child support to that. She'll just give it to some family, and she don't have to pay a fucking dime for child support, or she can just give it to the guy, and she's not required to pay child support. Some people will say she's required to pay child support, but the court system and law enforcement don't enforce that fucking shit. That's what I'm saying. Whew, y'all feel me on this. Double standards. I mean, how the hell women cannot survive without men, period. It's been proven. It's a proven fact. But feminists argue they fucking can. But I would like to see these feminists try to survive on their fucking own. Without no help, no public aid, no government assistance, no social programs, no welfare, no WIC, none of that shit. I would love to see women try to survive without a fucking man. I would love for these feminists to put their money where their fucking mouth is and try to survive without a fucking man. You put them in the jungle somewhere and see what happens. Put them on some show, Survivor, and put them, all women on a fucking island and see what they can do. If it was up to women, if the world was ran by women, you would not see no houses. We'd still be living in mud huts. You wouldn't see no roads. You won't see no cars. You won't see no technology, no discoveries, travel. You won't see no art. You wouldn't see no inventions that we take for granted today. Computers, the stuff that all these electronics and all these devices and all these products out here have been created and built and invented by men. Mostly. Ask a woman to invent a TV and invent a remote control, invent a fucking car, and see what you fucking get. Build a fucking house by her fucking self. Or have a group of women try to build a fucking house and try to invent the fucking light bulb and see what you fucking get. Have a man do it, it'd be done. It's usually done. It's done all the damn time. Men are always building shit, making shit, discovering shit, inventing shit, making shit. But we get no goddamn credit. But if a man talks about that shit, oh, he's a bigot. He's a sexist bigot because he's talking about what men can do and what women can't do. And I never said women can't do it. It's just been proven through history that they fucking can't. Okay? If you put a man out there to fend for himself and try to survive, he will survive. You try to do that with a woman, she ain't gonna survive. Her, and especially if she got a kid, her and the offspring ain't gonna survive. And that's a proven fact. All you gotta do is look at the animal kingdom. All you motherfuckers like to talk about some of you motherfuckers like to talk about the animal kingdom and justify bullshit. But when I speak out truth and facts about the animal kingdom, which I already studied, it's discredited because it's sexist, especially by the feminists, my women. Oh, that's so male chauvinistic, and that's so sexist, and so misogynistic, and so, you're putting down women and bashing women, and that's not the fucking case. I'm just so sick and tired of men being demonized for being single. Society says if a man's single, he don't live a long time. That's bullshit. If a man's single, it's base. If a man's single, he must be gay. If a man's single, there's something wrong with him. If a man chooses not to have kids or wants to have kids, but he's not allowed to have kids because he has to have consensual sex from a woman to get kids, and she has to be okay and have to approve and have the final say of reproductive rights if she wants to have babies or not from that man. But if a man wants to have babies, it's a problem. If a man wants to have wants to be with a woman or a bunch of women, it's a problem. But a woman can have dicks all over the goddamn place, sucking and swallowing and fucking, and that's okay. What the hell is this? If a woman wants to have multiple sex partners, you better not judge her. That's her fucking right. But if a man wants to do the same, wants to have have a bunch of women and have threesomes and all that shit, polygamy, whatever you want to call it, it's a goddamn problem. Why is polygamy illegal in the first place? When you got consenting people who want to do it like that. You know what? You know why they are against polygamy? You know why? It's because it fucks up the elite's agenda. Because there's going to be more babies, more people in this world if you allow polygamy. That's why. Heterosexual men are under attack here, especially men of color, especially with this fucking gay agenda. Oh, once upon a time, if a man was caught wearing a dress, he'd get his ass beat. But now that's okay. But it's okay for a man to wear a dress and whoop a heterosexual man's ass. A gay man to beat up on a gay. It's okay for a gay man, a faggot, to beat up on a heterosexual male. It's okay for a gay man to attack a heterosexual man for no fucking reason. But if a heterosexual man fights back and retaliates, oh, he's anti-gay. He's wrong. Same with the lesbians. It's the same thing. If women can attack heterosexual men, straight women can attack heterosexual men, lesbian women can attack heterosexual men, and if that man fights back and retaliates, he's the bad guy. He's wrong. He's evil, and you don't hit women no matter what, even if it's warranted, even though it's understandable and justified, even though it was out of self-defense. I mean, this country, known as America, is so fucking retarded. It is menstrual retardation, I call it. You know what I'm talking? I mean, you got on these butch dyke bitches want to fight a heterosexual man, but she won't bother a gay man, but she won't have a man who's a homosexual, but she'll fight a heterosexual male. And when that man beats her ass and knocks her the fuck out with one hit, it doesn't even have to be a fucking punch. It can just be a fucking slap or just push her off. Oh, everybody wants to destroy this man's life and want to put him in the fucking underneath the jail, or want to kill him. That's bullshit. I'm tired of heterosexual males, heterosexual men, heterosexual boys and men. I'm sick and tired of us being bullied, and we just sit back and take it. But if you're a single man, you are demonized. You are crucified and demonized to death. You are demonized, criticized, ridiculed, and victim blamed and shamed for being single. Even if you're single, even though you are single, some of y'all, or most of us, are forced to be single because most of these women don't want to give us the time of day. But you got women who are alone. And the reason why, and you got women who are alone, who force men to be single. It's okay, but if a man forces a particular woman to be single, it's wrong. Double standard. It's a double standard. I mean, if a woman, you got women, who are alone, but because they force themselves to be alone because they are so damn picky and choosy. They make all these fucking demands or what they want from a man. Make all these demands, and they got a false sense of entitlement, and the fact that no man can give her what she fucking wants. But if a man makes a demand of what he wants from a woman, which is a few simple things, it's a problem. It's demonized. No, most women are. If a woman is single, she's never questioned why she's single. It's okay. It's praise or it's the man's fault. And I'm just tired of the double standards. I'm just sick of these double standards between men and women. But if a woman's single, rather she has kids or not, it's praise. Oh, you did it by yourself. But if a man does it by himself, which he's forced to, if he's single, childless or not, oh, it's a problem. His manhood is questioned. His integrity is in question. His intelligence is in question. His credibility is in question. But a single woman, childless or has kids, she has credibility. She knows what she's talking about. I'm so sick and tired of these bitches being these fucking dating ass teachers. These fucking dating teachers. These women talking about telling men how they gotta be. Even giving women advice. They don't have a fucking man. These women don't have a fucking man. Don't have a fucking clue about dating and relationships. Don't have a fucking clue about family. But they know so damn much. And society never calls out that bullshit and never questions her credentials and her background and her credibility and her intelligence and her knowledge. Society don't judge women based on how much money they have, her living situation, what she looks like. Yeah, I said it. What she looks like doesn't fucking matter. Because you can't judge a woman on how she looks anymore. Other than that, it's sexism. A woman can judge another woman, but that's okay. Oh, that's just positive, constructive criticism. Double standard. But if a man even criticizes or thinks about what he thinks of how a woman should look, sexism. Women conveniently just throw a plate of women card all the damn time. Conveniently accuse men of being sexist and misogynistic. But fuck with some misogynistic males. Anyway. And raise misogynistic males. In their household. That's unbelievable. It's just, I just don't know what else to say. But I'm just so sick and tired of men, especially men who are single, childless, and not married, or once was married, or just men who are single, right? They have kids or not. But if a man is single and childless, his manhood is in question, his sexuality is questioned, his courage is questioned, his overall well-being is questioned, his integrity is in question. Everything's held in question. He's judged harshly, and his work he's not valued. You know why society don't value us like that? And I think I understand why. Because society can't make you a fucking slave to the fucking system. Society knows, oh, we can't get child support from this nigga. Because society takes when a man pays child support to a woman, the government gets a chunk of that money. Talking about for the kid's best interest. And if a man chooses not to get married because he knows the bullshit, because he knows he is likely to lose everything, oh, it's society knows they can't, but the way the divorce laws are, oh, we can't exploit his ass. But if a man has a patriarchal household, has a family, or egalitarian household, oh, it's a problem. Because this country, so the elites who runs this country, runs this nation, runs the fucking world, and all these other countries hate family structure, hates families, hates men who are head of households. And if a man has his shit together and has a fucking passport, doesn't choose not to deal with these females, and chooses a woman who's family orientated, who's a qualified wife, a good partner, good wife, good mother, good family woman, a supporter and a nurturer, docile, sweet, sensitive, caring, knows how to fucking cook, knows how to take care of her man, and knows how to suck his dick, and she knows how to please him sexually, and fuck a man, and fuck that man, right, the way he likes it. You know what I'm just saying, just being real. Oh, that's a problem. Because a man don't deserve shit. Because men's lives don't fucking matter. Only women's lives matter. And it's just sad how this society is, especially in the States. The way it is in the USA is fucking ridiculous. If a man got knowledge and information, if a man doesn't fit in with the system, if he thinks for himself and he's conscious, the society is afraid of him. Society is afraid of men like myself. Society would try to use, oh, you never had sex, or society would try to use, or you're single, you don't have women coming after you, which you don't know that personally, because I'll only show you what I would tell you and show you what you want to see, what you see. The only thing, I mean, whatever I tell you about my life, I'm going to tell you. You know, I'm not the type of dude that's going to tell everything about my fucking life and my personal life. That's none of your fucking business. I will tell you what I want you to know. Understand that. And y'all hate guys like me. Y'all do. You know, oh, he didn't finish college. I finished college. But I'm not going to tell you what I have. I'm in college right now. Not going to tell you what I'm doing. It's none of your business. Or what kind of job, right, if he has a job or not, how much money he makes. It's none of your business. Why are you judging a man who got knowledge himself, who can think for himself, and is aware of the bullshit, is awake to what's going on out here? Why does that fucking matter? Or how many women he's been with? Well, why does that gotta matter? What if I'm speaking truth to power? Why is that an issue? If I know what I'm talking about based on my research and my life experiences, why does that other shit matter? When a woman tells you something, y'all don't judge. Society does not judge women like that. If a woman's single and she's telling women how men are, nobody questions it. Nobody questions a goddamn thing. I have seen women who can't get a man, who are single as hell, never had a man in the last 10 to 20 years, give women advice on how to handle a man. Or women who've never been married tell another woman who's married how to run her fucking family. And what does that get those women who stupidly listen to this bitch? Fucks up their family, fucks up their marriage, and their marriage is over. You got women telling women how to lie, how to cheat, how to fuck over a man. But if a man would tell another man, if a man told another man how to lie and deceive women, oh, his ass gets slammed. And no man will never listen to a man like that. Men have better common sense and better sense than women do. And that's what I'm saying. But if a woman, but nobody judges a woman based on how much money she has in the bank, how much money she makes, what if her job, right? How many cars she got, or whether she has a car or not, if she has her own place or not, right? She's living in family or she's living on her own or not. Whether she's living off the government or not, or living off another man or not. Society don't question women like that. Or society don't judge women rather if a woman's single or in a relationship. But the society will not listen to men who are single, even if they see the bullshit for what it is. You know, it don't make no sense to me. But some women listen to a woman who's single, and she's telling another woman how to run her relationship. And I'm like, are you fucking crazy to listen to that bitch? But if I say something, oh, I'm misogynistic, I'm a chauvinistic. If I tell a woman from a man's perspective how you handle a man, and I'm not bullshitting, I'm just telling you the truth, how a man is. Now, my perspective might be different from a different man. Okay, I get you on that one. But if a man's telling you what he likes and how he prefers women to be, it's pretty common. Most men have common interests like that. Men are simple. Women, y'all are not simple. Y'all make everything too complicated. Y'all complicated, but y'all act. But when it comes to that feminist alliance, oh my God, y'all think the same goddamn way. It's unfucking believable. It's unbelievable. But I mean, just because a man is single, y'all should. If a man speaks truth to power, whether he's single or in a relationship, whether he has kids or not, that shouldn't fucking matter. Or whether his living situation is not. Because let me tell you, most men who are awake and conscious to what the fuck is going on in this fucking world, we really can't fit in with the system. Society, most employers already ain't gonna hire certain dudes, and if they do hire them, they're selective what kind of men they hire. They won't let certain men run certain things because if it doesn't appease, if it doesn't pander to a certain demographic, if it doesn't run by the elites rules and regulations, because let me tell you something, the elites, the powers that be, fear people like me. So chances of me getting some, getting anything, it's gonna be harder for me. You know why it's harder for people like me? Because we speak, other than the fact that there's racism and sexism, but the reason why that is because when you speak truth to power, you point out how corruption, about government corruption, politics, how the system works, because everything's systematic, and this, especially in America. You point out government corruption, these how evil these companies are, and how most wealthy people are evil and selfish bastards and bitches. And you point out the error of their fucking ways, and you combat it, and you try to tell people the truth, and to try to educate people, so we can stand together and fight against this fuckery that's going on out here. Because let me tell you, a lot of people think because a person is married, especially a man, if man is married with kids or has a woman or have a bunch of women, they think he's a good guy. They don't listen to guys, rather they are married with one woman or no woman, or especially the guy's just regular guy. If the guy got money, if the guy has average income or doesn't have money like that, doesn't have bread like that, society says don't listen to him, and that's bullshit. Just because what I'm basically saying is society has brainwashed us people to not listen to men of a certain status. If a man don't have a lot of money, society says don't listen to him. He can have a lot of knowledge and speak truth to power, and that's and the thing is, people who speak truth to power have a hard time getting money because we have morals and integrity. We're not going to sell out and hurt other people just to get ahead in life. We're not going to do it. And a society that says only rich, famous people who with good looks and status, fame and power and popularity are the people you listen to. No, you don't listen to those people. Those people sold their souls to the fucking devil, and they don't love you. They don't care about you. They don't like you. They're out for themselves. They're individual. They practice individualism, not collectivism. Collectivism. I'm a person who practices collectivism and like to get together with like-minded people who think the way I think. I'm not an individualist. All these wealthy people don't give a damn about you people out there. So stop listening to these wealthy ass people. Especially if they stop listening to rich guys and girls who's getting tons of pussy and getting tons of dick, and y'all think because they got a lot of money and popularity, fame, and in a position of so-called power that they're credible and they're out for your best interest. These motherfuckers do not give a fuck about you people. Don't you understand what I'm telling you? Don't you? And that's all I gotta say. I'm out. Peace. Let me add this before I close out for good. What I'm saying is stop. People, you gotta stop you gotta see past the bullshit matrix out here in this society. People are brainwashed us to only listen to people who got money, people who are popular people, and especially popular with the opposite sex. So basically, I'll give you an example. You've been brainwashed to listen to rich men who got money, fame, status, power, and popularity, and they got a lot of females after him. That does not make him a good guy, and it tells you that he's not out for your best interest. Likely, he don't give a damn about the poor, regular, everyday, working class people. Same with women who are famous. Let's talk about women who got money. But I noticed something different. Oprah Winfrey is like a billionaire, or damn near a billionaire, but She has all this knowledge. She gives the so-called knowledge, tells women how to run their lives and how to run their relationships. But she's single. She don't have a man. Now I'm pretty sure she fucked around a little bit, but for some reason she don't have to be in a relationship, but people listen to her. That's what I'm talking about here. That's double standard. Why is it that a single woman, society will listen to a single woman, but will not listen to a single fucking man? That's the bullshit I'm talking about. You got women who are wealthy, whether they have a man or not, society will listen to her. And if a woman's single, she still gets credibility and society will listen to her. But if a man's single, oh, he's bad. Don't listen to him. If a man don't got a lot of money and don't look and he ain't pretty looking, oh, forget him. Especially, and that's what a lot of women do. But let me say this to you, women: a lot of these men who are single don't, and it's mainly because you forced them to be single because you're on bullshit, and or they don't want to be. Men don't want to deal with women. A lot of women because most of y'all women are on some dumb shit. Most of y'all don't know how to be wives, don't know how to be mothers. Y'all don't care about family. You don't want to support men. You're out for yourselves. You're not. A lot of y'all are just hypergamous sluts and hoes and bitches. You're selfish. You're mean. You're disrespectful. You're rude. You're condescending, and you got a nasty fucking attitude and you think you are superior to men. You think you're intellectually superior to men, which is unbelievable to think that. And you think you can outsmart a man, a real man. But you all want a man to take care of you and listen and lead you, but you don't want to listen to us. That's the retardation to society has brainwashed women and people, period, not to respect men. Women and children have been indoctrinated not to respect men, especially men who are male authority figures. But if a man, only way a man, society will listen to a man if he's wealthy and got a lot of women and got kids. What does that got to do? What does that got? And he got to have a lot of superficial, materialistic bullshit items to his name. But most people who are fucking rich are fucking stupid. Most people who are fucking rich will sell themselves to money. They don't have a moral conscience. They will do anything for money. Degrade themselves for money. Coon and buffoon for money. Act like an idiot for money. Just hurt other people and cut their fucking throats to get that dollar. Kill another person for dollar. For that dollar. They will kill another human being to get a buck. And y'all say I'm crazy? Some of y'all just don't want to fucking get it. Y'all just don't want to fucking get it. But I'm just sick and tired of men being demonized for being single when most of us don't want to be single because these bitches are on some fucking bullshit and they're selfish and evil and wicked as hell. Forcing men to be alone because we don't have money. We don't have this. We don't have swag. We don't have charisma. We're not popular. We don't have other bitches chasing us. We don't have fancy, expensive cars and wearing expensive jewelry and some shit like that. We're not in corporate America being in positions of power and exploiting people. And that's fucking ridiculous. Y'all think because a guy is rich and you think because a man is rich and he got women who really don't like him for him but really like him for what he has, y'all think that's a good guy? That's why society is screwed up. But when you got women out here, whether they are rich or poor, society will listen to women. Rather she has a moral conscience or not, society will listen to women and pander to that group of women. Or just pander to women, period. Cater to women. Worship women, no matter what. No matter if they no matter how bad they do. No matter if they do bad or good, you mostly listen to a woman because she knows what she's talking about, which is bullshit. A woman can be broke, live with her fucking parents, not have nothing to her fucking name, not own and control a goddamn thing. A woman can, rather if she has kids or not, society will still listen to women. A woman don't have to be rich. She don't have to be popular. She don't have to be desirable. But society will listen to her because she got a fucking vagina, and that's just fucking an abomination. And that's a dangerous way of thinking. But if a man got money, a man got bitches after him, solely because of what he has. If a man is in a relationship, if a man's not single, it's okay. Society will listen to a man who's rich, got pussy, got women after him in the relationship, and got a bunch of superficial materialistic items that has nothing to do with nothing. Got a lot of money in the bank, got a fancy cars, got big ass mansions. All y'all listen to him, and y'all think he's gonna lead you to the promised land. And that's fucking bullshit. Wake your asses up. That is the most stupid, retarded thing. Most people who are smart, most people who are highly intelligent, most people who are fucking conscious and awake to the bullshit out here, they're your average everyday guy. They speak truth to power, but y'all don't want to listen to him. Oh, because he ain't rich, he ain't pretty. What kind of bullshit is that? And you wonder why you wonder why society is fucked up as a whole, especially in the United States of America, also known as the USA, United States of America. Because people have been brainwashed. Only listen to people who got money. Like they give a fuck about your middle class, poor, working class ass. They don't. Wake the fuck up. The powers that be see all of us as fucking bottoms of the fucking barrel. They see us as undesirables. Y'all motherfuckers don't realize that y'all practicing your fucking eugenics and you just don't want to see the truth. But you'll find out. When shit gets ugly out here, you're gonna regret the fact that you wrote me off. That you wrote other people like me who try to warn you. When you're suffering and you're homeless and you don't have no food in your stomach and you can't afford to wipe your own ass, don't come crying and saying, "Oh, you were right," because I knew I was right from the jump. You people need to stop being so goddamn superficial and so materialistic and stupid. You people need to stop judging people based on shit that's fucking irrelevant and judge somebody based on their integrity, judge somebody based on their character, their morals, the level of consciousness of them being aware to certain things in life. How do they understand politics? How do they understand government? How do they understand society, the world around them, and the world around people? That's what's important. All that other shit, a man being single, I'd rather a man single or in a relationship or has kids or no kids is fucking irrelevant, or how much money he has or what kind of car he has or don't have a car. It's fucking don't fucking matter. All that matters is this, his brain, his consciousness, his awareness. Money don't fucking matter. Money can't buy intelligence. Don't you realize that? So, like I said, stop demonizing men who are single and the average Joe. But y'all don't do that to women. Stop with your double standards. And that note, that's my rant, and that's all I gotta say to you people. Wake your asses up and snap out of it. I'm out of here. Good night. Peace.